Good evening, my name is Jamie Graham and I'll be answering the YouTube interview questions for the 650 class. Okay, question number 1. What talents, skills, and abilities do I possess and believe are important to be an effective administrator? And first and foremost, I think building relationships. As an administrator, you want to build those relationships with your staff members because that's who is running the school, basically. That is who is making a difference. That is who's interacting with the students every single day, and you want to build that relationship with them so they know they can come to you with any problems and they can trust you with those problems and not ever get shamed for it. So I think you need to build relationships with staff members first, and you also need to build relationships with the obvious of your students and their parents and families because they are who you are making that great impact for, and you need to make sure that you have that relationship with them so the parents trust you and they know that they can also come to you with anything. So I think building those relationships is key no matter what stakeholder is involved. The students, parents and families, staff members, and definitely the community involved too. So I think building relationships is key. Question number 2. How do you see yourself as a dispositional fit for school system leadership? I think one of the great qualities that I have in the classroom right now is building relationships. I build relationships with my parents and students from before school even starts. I send home postcards to every single student so they get something in the mail with just a welcome back note and that I'm excited for every single student to walk through my door day one. And so I think building that relationship and seeing that positive note from the start helps students to know that they are coming into a loving, welcoming classroom and that it is like that from day 1 all the way to day 180. And I want parents to know that as well. To build that relationship with my parents, I try to also give them out my cell phone number so that they have it in any time that they need something, whether it's a question, a concern, anything that they have, they can call, they can text, they can email, whichever they are comfortable with, they can do with me because I want them to know that I care about their child. And so I try to keep that open line of communication and build that relationship where they trust me as well. And that way they know that we're all on the same team and I'm there for their child just like they are. So I hope that that helps, and it seems to help. Over the past few years, I've had several parents tell me that that is one thing that they love, that they can call or text and they don't have to wait for school hours or try to catch me at school or try to, get patched through to my room. So they've said that that's a great quality. So that's one thing that I'm glad that I've done and kept up with every single year. So that's definitely helped. So, okay, question number 3. What is your vision of a school for 21st century learners? When I hear 21st century learners, I immediately think of technology. Like right now, I'm recording this on my smartphone, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. So, I'm already using 21st century learning technology in my own classroom when I'm going to get my degree, and so I try to incorporate it into my classroom every day with my students as well. And I think that it is such a great tool because you can customize everything to fit their individual learning needs. It's not a boring routine of turn to this page and we're going to answer this and this, and it's, get out pencil and paper. That it's something that they love because technology is everywhere now. Anything that we do, technology is a part of. So if I can incorporate it into my classroom and help them learn, with most of them not even realizing they are learning, it is definitely a win-win situation. So they're learning and they're having fun doing it. So that's definitely a plus. So when I hear 21st century learning, I think of technology, and I would definitely want to incorporate that into my classroom like I already do. We have iPads and MacBooks, so we have at least 6 of each, so that's 12 students who get to be on something for whatever length of time for each lesson, and they're able to use that, and I love that they're able to use that. I love that we have that resource. So I would definitely want to incorporate technology as much as possible. I think that's a great thing. So, okay, question number 4. Discuss the role of the educational administrator as school system manager and instructional leader. I think that as an administrator, you need to know what you're asking your teachers to teach. They need to know what is expected of them, what they're going to have to do, and you also need to know it. As an administrator, I would want to mirror my own administrator right now because she asks us what we think. We have time to dive in to the whatever curriculum she's asking us or whatever program, and we're able to look at it and see what we like, see if we like it or don't like it, because we're the ones who have to do it and have to teach it every day. So I love that she wants our opinion for it. It makes it so much better than her saying, okay, this is what we're doing now, hope you love it. So I love that she has it to where we get to honestly give feedback and talk to her and say, well, I like this about it or I don't like this, and she genuinely takes that feedback and she puts it to good use. So I love that, and I think that that is what it should be. I think your principal should know what they're asking you to teach, or any administrator should know what they're asking of you, And I think that they should know it, because if you have questions, you want to be able to go to them and them have answers. So I think that's definitely an important part. So question number 5, the last one. In your planned program, what would be a critical need that you would have in order to prepare you in becoming a successful administrator? Just like in K-TIP and student teaching, I had a mentor. I had a mentor teacher. And I think having a mentor administrative person to help me in my journey to be an administrator and be a successful administrator is to have that mentor as well. I would want someone who I could go to, who I could ask questions to, who I could ask help for, and I know that they are there to help me. They are genuinely there to know that I can help and they can help. And I would want them to be a counterbalance, is what I mean. I would want them to be a counterbalance of myself, so that if I only see one side of a situation, they could maybe see the other, and we could make an informed decision together, because I think that would definitely help out in many situations. So I would want them to be a counterbalance to mine, and I would want a mentor. I would want someone who could help me day in and day out, answer my questions, and show me the ropes of what it takes to be an effective administrator for staff, for students, and for the school. I would want them to know that I could help them and they could help me. Mainly they help me, but I would want them to be able to help me along the way. So my name is Jamie Graham. Thank you for listening.